Hi everyone and welcome back to a new video on my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Janet, I live in Sweden and I'm so glad you could make it. It is time for my favorite thing to do again, and that is picking out my TBR for the month of June. So it's the first month of summer. I think in Sweden summer officially starts like 1st of June. I know that like in other countries it's more usual that it starts on the 21st, I believe, of June. But yeah, here summer starts 1st of June. Also, starting 1st of June, I will be working at my summer job, so I will have kind of rounded off my first year of uni for this education I'm doing right now. So I am going to be a bit more busy. I did really well on my May TBR. I'm going to show you guys which books I ended up actually getting to in the month of May. And I did really good on my reading in general in May. I do know that the first 3 weeks of June I will be able to listen to a lot of audiobooks, hopefully, because I am working at a job where I have the possibility to do so. And then after that I'm gonna work at a different job, so I'm not gonna have as much audiobook time. But yeah, so maybe we will pick some audiobooks as well. I am going to use my little prompt jar as per usual. However, I was thinking of using my little TBR mug as well for this video, because like several years ago I put in all the titles of the books that I own into this little mug, just to kind of choose my reads that way before I started with the like prompt jar. And I have updated it a bit since, so I think most of my books should be in here, and obviously a lot of them I have read at this point. But I was thinking to just kind of force myself to get to some older books as well. I will use my little TBR mug as well for like 2 of the books, and then we will pick 4 books with the prompt jar. So yeah, that is my plan. Maybe I should start with the mug just so I kind of can pick, like, depending on that whenever I get to the prompt. So yeah, I was really good at updating this for a while in the like beginning, or maybe until like last year or something. So a lot of the books that I own are in there, and I have not bought as many books since either. But I guess we will see if this concept kind of works or if we should change it up for next month. But let's jump right into it. I think I'm craving some fantasy and some romance, maybe? Well, actually I'm craving literary fiction as well, which has been a while since I did. Yeah, I guess I'm craving anything. But let's see if the first book I pick is one that I have not read yet. De som överlevde. Okay, so this is actually a Swedish book that I got like whenever I first started getting back into reading. Let me just go grab it. So this is the book. It's called The Ones That Survived, kind of, I guess, directly translated. I'm guessing this also exists in English. I'm guessing it's translated from like English. So yeah, since it's a Swedish book, it's like a super small pocket-sized book, and I believe it's about World War II. So it's about Emilia, who lives in Poland, and she kind of sees like the war starting to happen, and how the Germans are capturing the Jews. Yeah, I'm guessing she's kind of trying like to help people who are in like the concentration camps or something. I'm not exactly sure, but this is like one of the oldest books on my TBR, so I guess I should really get to it. And usually I do like a story about World War II, and it's been a while since I read one. I did read a lot of them for a while there when I first did get back into reading, because my grandma and my dad gave me a bunch of Dutch books about World War II, because I am from the Netherlands originally. So I was kind of tired of it, but now it's been a while, so I think that would be really good, and also interesting to kind of read something in Swedish again, because that's not something I do that often. Yeah, this is actually very unexpected, but I'm excited. So the first book on the TBR is De som överlevde by Kelly Rimmer. I will put on screen in case I can find what the English title is, or wherever it's from. Okay, I'm really glad we did this, because I have not thought about getting to that one in like a long time, so yeah, it could be a really good book, and I just haven't gotten to it in like 3 years, so that's gonna be great. Let's see what the second book we pull is. Hopefully it's one that I haven't read. Okay, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. So this one is actually also, well, so So this is actually one of my like more recent purchases. I think I got this last year, so I guess I have been pretty good at updating this at least. I have it right here. I think everyone has heard about this book by now. It's Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. This is like a literary fiction, I believe, about two people who kind of create these video games together. And it says that it's the story of Sam and Sadie. It's not a romance, but it is about love. And this one has just gotten so many good reviews. I've only heard good things about this, basically. And yeah, I've been excited to get to this one. I think I've picked it for a monthly TBR before, but I didn't get to it at that point. But I did say I wanted some more literary fiction, so I am very happy to get that on my TBR, actually. Hopefully I get to it this month, because I've been super excited to get to this one. So Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow is my second book on the June TBR. And with that, we are done with my little TBR mug for now. I think this was a really good concept, so I think I will try to do this next month as well. Let me know if you think it worked. So we're putting that one back, and we are going on to the prompt jar. So I have 4 more books to pick. I usually do try to pick 6 books-ish, and then see like how it's going and if I want to pick more books. But usually that is a good number for me, because I don't end up reading that much in a month, since I am pretty busy. But let's see what the first actual prompt for the month of June will be. Treat yourself. Okay, so that basically means that I can buy a new book, but I did actually order a book pretty recently, I think like 2 days ago, and I've been really good at not buying books, so I don't think I want to buy any more books than that. I think that I will save up for like a bigger birthday haul whenever my birthday is in September. But since it says treat myself, maybe I should put that book on the TBR for the month of June, because I never ever end up reading the books I buy like the same month, so maybe that might be fun. It should come in the mail like next week. I only ended up ordering this because I was ordering some gifts for my partner. Raising Hair by Chloe Dalton. I heard a Dutch YouTuber talk about this really highly. I think she rated it 5 stars. It's supposed to be a very like different book from anything else that I've read, at least, as far as I could tell, and I've just heard that it's very impactful. Yeah, I'm not sure, it's very different from what I usually read, I would say, but I am excited to read it, so I guess that will be the 3rd book on my June TBR. Let's pick my 4th one. Okay, so now I definitely hope for no more literary or like historical fiction. I want some kind of lighter reads, because we have been putting a lot of heavier reads on my TBR. Free pick. I don't know what's with the TBR jar today, but honestly, I'm here for it, because it is the first month of summer and I can pick whatever I want now. I'm thinking if I should put my book club book on there, but at the same time that feels like kind of boring. I feel like with free picks there's like too many options almost. I have over 100 unread books on my physical TBR, so it's kind of hard to choose one that I really want to read. Okay, so I've picked out 4 books that would be options for this one. I'm not sure which one I'm leaning towards quite yet. The first one is The Housemaid is Watching by Freda McFadden. I read the second Housemaid book in May. That is like one of my last reads. And I did enjoy it, and this one would end off the series, so maybe that would be a good option, because I think it took me like 2 years for me to read the second one after reading the first one, and it would kind of be nice to read this one closer together to the rest of the series, just so I can kind of remember and finish off a series again, as I said. So that is a good option. This is a thriller. We then have one of my most anticipated reads, but I don't think I'm going to pick it for this month. It's The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. So this one is basically like a mystery thriller, but it's also like more towards the literary fiction from what I've heard. and I think that is just not the vibe when I have that many like lit fic and heavier books on my TBR. I've also heard that it's a bit slower moving, so I think I'm gonna wait with this one considering the books I already have on my TBR. We then have a standalone fantasy, which is Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. So this is I believe it's YA, like a YA romantasy maybe. So this one says, Evelyn has lived countless lives and in every single one she's been killed before her 18th birthday. But in her present life, her little sister needs her in order to stay alive. To save her sister and make it past her 18th birthday, she'll have to 1. Find the centuries-old enemy who hunts her through each life. 2. Figure out why she's being hunted so that she can break the curse once and for all. And most importantly, she's going to have to try not to fall in love with them again. So this sounds very, very intriguing. I've actually heard a lot of good things about this. And V. Schwab, which is one of my favorite authors, has blurbed this one as well. I've been really intrigued to read this one for a while now. But then we also have The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, which is also a fantasy, but like more of a cozy fantasy, I believe. And this is actually our book club book for the month of June, so maybe I should pick this one. So The House in the Cerulean Sea says, Linus Baker leads a quiet life. At 40, he has a tiny house with a devious cat and his beloved Rickers for company. And at the department in charge of magical youth, he spent many dull years monitoring their orphanages. Then one day, Linus is summoned by extremely upper management and given a highly classified assignment. He must travel to an orphanage where 6 dangerous children reside, including the Antichrist. There, Linus must somehow determine if they could bring on the end of days. But their guardian, charming and enigmatic Arthur Parnassus, will do anything to protect his ward. As Arthur and Linus grow ever closer, Linus must choose between duty and his dreams. So this one is actually also blurred by V. Schwab. She said, I loved it, like being wrapped up in a big gay blanket. That is actually really funny. So yeah, this is a cozy fantasy, as I said. I think it's LGBTQ+, so like a gay romance, I guess, because I'm guessing there's a romance between Arthur and Linus. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this one since it is our book club book anyway, and I have been very excited to read this one for a long time as well. So as I said, a cozy fantasy. I feel like the cover is pretty summery, so I guess that's why we picked it for summer, and it is under 400 pages, which is pretty good. So yeah, this will be the 4th book on my June TBR. Okay, that one took a minute, so let's go right on to the 5th book on my TBR, which will be a retelling. Okay, I know which one to pick for that because it's the only series that I know that are retellings on my TBR. And that is A Taste of Poison by Tessania Odette. I've picked this one for a previous TBR, but I did not end up getting to it. I think that was when I was in my reading slump. But I have been eyeing this because I just love the way this series looks. This is the 4th book in the Entangled with Fae series, and they are basically all like Disney retellings. So this one is a Snow White retelling. Yeah, that's basically all I know about it. This is like an interconnected series, and I've enjoyed the first 3 in the series so far. They are like a bit more YA and they are a bit slower at times, but I have been enjoying them, as I said, so I'm excited to continue the series and to finish off this series pretty soon because I have this one and then one more book left in the series. It's 450 pages, so longer than the other books we've chosen, but that should be okay. So A Taste of Poison by Tessania Odette will be the 5th book on my TBR, and that means that we are on to our last prompt for the month. So far I feel like we only have fantasy and lit fic and historical fiction actually on my TBR. So maybe like a thriller or a romance would be nice. Thrifted, okay. I don't have that many thrifted books that I have not read I have Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, so the same author as The House in the Cerulean Sea. But I don't want to read 2 books by the same author in the same month, so I'm gonna pass on this one for a minute. I have some Stephen King books, but I'm not doing that right now either, and I think that leaves me with... Well, I have the tattoo... Okay, I can't see that. TBR-jar in Auschwitz, which is also a Swedish book and also about World War II. So for pretty obvious reasons I'm not picking that one, because one World War II book in the same month is enough for me. Which leaves only one option, and that is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. Yeah, I'm not sure what this one is about actually. I got it off of Vinted quite a while back. This was also like right when I first got back into reading again. I'm guessing it's like a romance. I'm actually not sure, but I feel like there's not that much text and the text is pretty big. I'm guessing it's a YA. I'm thinking it's like a pretty sad one, but I'm not sure if that's actually the... Okay, yeah, I guess it is. Because it says here, Theodore Finch wants to take his own life. Violet Markey is devastated by her sister's death. They meet on the ledge of the school bell tower, and so their story begins. So it's only together they can be themselves. But as Violet's world grows, Finn's begins to shrink. How far will Violet go to save the boy she has come to love? Okay, so this one seems very heavy, but I guess we will find out. I feel like I have so many heavy books this month, but I guess we will see how many I end up getting to. At least it's not that long. It's less than 400 pages, and again, the text is very big, so I'm guessing I could do this in a few days. Apparently there's also a Netflix film, which I have not watched, but I will definitely watch it after reading this if I end up liking it. A very sad one, but it's my only option, so I'm guessing I will have to put it on my TBR anyway. And that means that we have our June TBR picked out. It's not the like happy, fluffy vibes that I was kind of hoping for the month of June. But again, I'm not bound to this one, like this TBR. I can also always read different things as well. But yeah, so it's this one, and then, what was it called? Chasing Hair or something? Raising Hair. Yeah, whatever. So even though we do have a lot of heavier reads in there, I am super excited to get to all of these books. I do love a sad book, it's just I don't want to be feeling sad for all of November. I don't want to be... Am I okay? I don't want to feel sad for the entirety of the month of June, which is the first month of summer again, but we will see how I do. I will give you an update next month when I do my next TBR video, and I hope to see you guys again in my next one. Until then, take care.